Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to Operation Uranus here in the Steel Inferno DLC for War in the East 2. Can't wait to get started, and we are, of course, at that point in the war where the Germans have just gotten to the outskirts of Moscow, and this is where the Soviets really needed to step in. It's called the Rzhev Meatgrinder, and the reason being that, as you can see here, most of the German positions they're actually quite strong defensive positions. Not to mention that the ground here isn't particularly hilly or difficult to fight on, leading to some pretty intense combat here in the Rzhev salient. Now, that being said, this is a chance for us to cut off large groups of the German army. You can see over here, we've actually got them pretty well closed in, but really the goal for this particular scenario is to slowly but surely push the Germans in, as you can see here, and trap them, hopefully, around Smolensk. If we can do that, we shut down any ability for them to even retreat from this area. However, like I said, this is definitely a time in the war where the Germans are still quite capable of a defense, of putting up a defense, so we want to absolutely keep that in mind. I'm just going to pretty much look for very specific areas to attack and go for those. Sorry, just getting my stuff set up here. There we go. However, like I said, thank you so much, Jelly Candle. You are awesome, Harry. I appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you. Welcome to the stream. You're awesome, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope it was a good one. Hope it was a fantastic one. Now, I'm going to start off, this is just the air phase, and certainly in this particular scenario, it doesn't really do much. What I think I'm going to try to do is the strategic bombing directive to try and get behind the German lines here and just try and destroy as many rail yards as possible, really. So let's go ahead and go for the strategic bombing directive, and let's make that happen. You are awesome, buddy. I'm so sorry, guys, that I have, just been a bit absent. I've got a lot of things going on in my life right now. Hopefully soon I'm going to be making a pretty major move back to the States. So I just haven't had as much time. And also, I have been playing the hell out of Wild RP in Red Dead 2. Don't mean to brag, but it's the premier roleplay server, and I got in, and really, really made me quite proud. It's, it kind of brings back that acting past of mine that I'm so fond of. That being said, let me shut the hell up about myself, and let's get back to destroying the German invader. Well, first things first, I'm looking for pockets to exploit this attack. I don't want to just immediately send everybody in, but I wouldn't mind kind of focusing on, like, 2 different units here, and going for an aggressive attack, trying to kind of push that unit back. As you can see, though, they're very well dug in. These Germans are extremely well dug in right now. So that wasn't very effective. I might go ahead and go for another one. I might also just reinforce this line in an effort to get an attack. So something like this, but no, that's not going to quite work. You know what? Let's try to grab everybody there and deliberate attack. And sure enough, they held. And if you look at the casualty counts there, we lost quite a few men, about 1,245. Unfortunately, in this stage of the war, we're going to have to sacrifice a lot of troops to make it through. You can see, though, that unit, the 78th Infantry Division, they're looking a little worse for wear, that's for sure. So we really just want to kind of slowly but surely work these guys down. In fact, I'm even going to send in the armored car in support. It's one of our mechanized divisions. And there we go. A little retreat there. We're going to just pause so you can see 563 lost on the enemy side, 16 guns. And it may not seem like a lot, especially considering we lost 780 men there and 15 pieces of armor. But again, the goal here is to bleed the Germans dry. This is right on the outskirts of Moscow, actually. Moscow is right there. So I just want to show you guys how close the Germans are to our capital. So really the goal of Operation Uranus and the goal of the Smolensk operation is to really shut them down. So let's just take a look. If there's any situation where we look weak, I'm not going to attack, of course. I'm just going to remain very cautious. But we do need to take some opportunistic attacks, some sacrificial attacks. I hate to use that term. in an effort to force the enemy to sort of divert units around and not have any strong points. We're also going to be getting some beautiful ski troops very soon. How you doing, War Pig? Good to see you, man. Taking a look over here. So over here, as you can see, we've got a very strong Red Guard shock unit. Let's take them, and actually, let's try to spread the love around a bit here. Something like this. Boom. 511 on the enemy side dead. That worked out pretty well, but I don't want to overextend these units. I know we do have to cut the enemy off, but I don't want to risk overextending any of my existing troops. So let's do a deliberate attack over here. Although I'm just going to use these units for the deliberate attack. And those are mostly Luftwaffe Field Corps, so I don't think that they're like frontline infantry units. They're essentially just Air Force, personnel that have been sort of drafted into service to maybe, defend a particular line. Good to see you, Jelly and Jamie. Warpig, Jelly, and Jamie, good to see all of you guys. I hope you had a fantastic holiday. Over there, we've got Veliki Luki. Now, Veliki Luki is one of the objectives we're supposed to take here. So I absolutely want to start moving in that direction. And what I'm trying to do is just get any other German units away from that area so that they don't get any support from these mountain divisions. If you guys take a look, by the way, really close there on these units, these are ski units, okay? These are ski brigades. So with the ski brigades, I'm going to be trying to hit these German stragglers, the guys that are falling back from the front line. Didn't work so well there, but the idea being that, since we're in the middle of winter here, we might be able to use those ski brigades to get behind the enemy and cut their lines apart. I might go for another attack there. Beautiful. Sending that infantry division running. But you can see over here at Sivechka, they have still quite a few defenders, and we've just got to try and exploit these little gaps. Let's see. I'm looking for other areas where we might be able to do some damage, but they're pretty strong here. That 823 looks doable. Unfortunately, they've got that 18 there that's very strong. Oh, the biggity the harder they fall, right? Let's go for that. Oh, fantastic, Jamie. So Jamie got a book on the battle we're actually fighting right now, the Rzhev Meatgrinder. And from my understanding, Jamie, I'm sure you know a lot more about me than on this particular issue. From my understanding, just on the campaign explanation there, it almost seems like the terrain wasn't necessarily in the favor of the Germans or the Soviets. It was just, open terrain, a lot of very, very vicious combat, and I guess that's why they called it the meat grinder. At least that's what the scenario seems to explain. Let's see. I'm just looking for other opening. Okay, here's another. So we're just gonna boom. Well put, Pixel. Well put. I think I'll actually take this mechanized core and just cut off that enemy HQ. I mean, I'm tempted to do that, but that might not even be the right approach. The right thing to do maybe to continue going after these units so they don't reinforce. Oh, what the hell? Let's go for that HQ. With the ski units, I'm actually first going to take this group of ski units and try and hit these Germans. Again, it's going to be Luftwaffe personnel, really, mostly. You know what you do have to tell me, Jamie, that would be extremely helpful. You got to tell me what are those ski units supposed to do. So what I've been doing with the ski troops is kind of getting behind the enemy lines, trying to cut off their supplies, but also attacking these stragglers. I hope I'm doing the right thing with the ski units. Let's just put it that way. You know, we could reinforce this line. It's not the worst idea in the world. But we could also move over here and do some damage to that unit. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Really trying to broaden the line. Can't attack this turn, but next turn we should be able to. See, what I'd like to do is cut them off here and, of course, entrap all of these other units. But a lot of these guys are very strong. So I'm kind of hesitant to even attempt an attack. So you would think I would go for the weakest of the units, but I'm actually not. I'm going to use, since we have a bunch of units on multiple sides here, I'm actually going to attack this guy right there in the middle. I'm pausing because I want to show you guys how devastating that was for us. Over 3,000 men lost. Yeah, they are strong there, and you can see that 75 lets us know they are just very, very strong in that particular area. We want to be careful. We might be able to go for the 1437 there, but even that I want to be very cautious about. Let's do this. Over 7,000 lost, killed, or wounded just in those two attacks. I mean, this is what happens when we are on the outskirts of Moscow. We are going to be vicious. And actually, I might be able to follow this unit right on through. It's a much more even back and forth. I think we can do a lot of damage to them right here. And that's really the kind of result we're looking for. See, we took quite a few losses in men and materiel, but as long as we're forcing them back and closing this salient little by little, we can eventually choke them off entirely. That's really the goal here. As you can see, we've got these mechanized corps. And while I love the mechanized corps in general, unfortunately, with all of this snow and the weather, they're not getting through easily. And like, Jamie was discussing here in the book he's reading about this conflict, these are like basically frontal attacks. They are scary. Let's maybe send, okay, we gotta wait maybe a turn to send him anywhere. Put him here. Put that unit right there. And also try to exploit the situation a little bit more with our ski troops. And nothing I can do about that salient right there. I think we should need to kind of hold on. I'm just looking for any other weak points. There we go. Beautiful. And again, once again, we're hitting Shaul's forces here. You can see that he lost 5 guns, 148 men. We lost over 1,000. But every single time we push them back like this, we're making some gains, forcing the Germans to consolidate their positions a little bit more and get a little closer to the center of the map over here, where Vyazma is, and of course, Smolensk. These are our 2 main objectives. Rzhev over here is also a main objective, but I'm not too concerned about taking it. Give me a moment here. Okay, every time I stream, something happens. Give me a moment, guys, sir. Much more comfortable. Thanks again, guys, for stopping by. Exactly. We're doing some probing attacks here, trying to find locations where we can do probing attacks pretty consistently. Again, here, I'd love to, like, send some guys into this area, but they're going to get trapped in turn, likely, by the Germans, unless... Right now, let's just send our strongest forces forward. Thank you, Jelly. Yep, probe for the weakest points. For instance, even over here, although we just attacked there, so I don't think we want to take that risk. Might have to wait till next turn. I want to make sure our HQs are in range. Looks like they're probably fine. Here's another position we could potentially hit. It's a strong point right there. That's the only issue. I want to try and probe over on this position. There we go. They were doomed, says Tactics Gaming. Yep, yeah, it seems like it, right? I'll give you guys a view of the map. And this is, of course, just the Rzhev Meatgrinder scenario, guys. You can play the entire campaign if you want. But over here, particularly, at the city of Demyansk, it's like another Stalingrad. The one issue, though, is that their forces leading into this salient are quite strong. You can see they're very strong, actually. So gotta find a way to hurt them. Oh, you know what? It's not perfect, but put some pressure on them. We already hit that guy once. Also, as this scenario continues, we will be getting reinforcements. You can actually see them starting to form over here at Moscow. That's right, we're right up against the capital itself. Right, I think we're gonna pretty much... I'm trying to look for any other potential attacks. If you see any, shout them out. And really what we're looking for that second number to be quite low, so that their defensive ability is not very strong. And actually, I'm going to just kind of shuffle around some units here, because I'm starting to see some weak points. There we go. Beautiful. And once again, you can see 43 armored vehicles lost. That's not good. But 291 of the enemy dead. They're falling back. That's what's important. If we can continue taking these areas, we're going to be off to the races. Yeah, I'm looking for a breach to exploit. I'm not seeing one. Like over here, I'm trying to make one happen near Rzhev. And also over here to the west, I'm going to try to exploit this breach. Here's what we can do. You know what? You're right. We can keep on pushing. There we go. Beautiful. Take over those rail lines. Might as well leave that HQ behind and just kind of continue this push, if we're able to get over there. He's not going to try to break out this way. Kind of risky. In the west, huh? Where do you guys see it? Over there? This is what you're talking about, right? We need to get a vehicle over here quickly. Need to get one of the tanks over here. Also over here. Looks like we've got a breach here as well. Yeah, baby. And again, I really want to know about those Luftwaffe field divisions, because again, like, I've always understood the Luftwaffe, obviously, to be the Air Force, but they do have these combat divisions that are capable of at least putting up a fight. I guess it's similar to how the U.S. Air Force has, like, you know, they do have combat divisions, infantry units. It's just not their specialty. How do I get rid of this damn thing? Again, I really want to get through with this unit. He's just not able to get there just yet. But it'd be great because he could actually smash those units. Let's go ahead and call in the depot management. And let's end our turn. Hope or wish for the best. I think I'll get some coffee going. We can use rail. Yes, we can. So we can actually get some units over there quickly. Oh, yeah. This is near the Demyansk front. And again, this is what I was worried about, is even though they are cut off, they're so strong here, we're going to have to find a way to trap them, despite not having the numerical advantage. Oh, I like that. Cheers. So focus on the west first. Ah, okay, okay. So you can see them starting to break out of this area here. They're trying to. We did hold there, managed to kill about 1,000 of them, which for the Germans is quite a loss. Again, we should hold here. Which air directives would you go for? Because I've been going for the focus on enemy armaments, so I've been focusing on like factories and stuff. Should I be going for direct attack or another air directive? Very possibly. Good to see you, Mr. One. Very possibly. We'll take a look at their position soon. If you could, if you can point us in the right direction on the map there. That's all right, Jamie. Thank you for stopping by, bud. Units. Oh, okay. He wants me to go for unit attack. All right, all right. I don't. I don't generally go for that. But I will absolutely go for it. So ground attack, air directive there. Oh, nice. They are actually flying out to kill. I appreciate that. I'm sorry about, like I was mentioning before. First of all, very happy holidays to all of you. The reason I've been just really not doing the channel much is I've just got a lot going on in my life. I'm making a big move back to the States, hopefully in February. Just, you know, I mean, I'm fucking 33 years old. I'm going through one of those midlife crises. What do you want from me? Also, I discovered the Wild RP community It's like a whitelisted community for Red Dead, and I got into it, and I'm all excited. If you want to check me out there, make sure to check out my Twitch channel. I'm kind of a big deal over there now, kind of a big deal. So make sure to follow. But yeah, that's pretty much been it. I really hope you guys don't hold it against me. But it's been tremendous being over there, and the whole community school. Let me just fill this cup of coffee. Please forgive me there. We shall return. All right, let's get back to crushing the fascists. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, hopefully, exactly, Commie Squid. I see what you're saying. Like, by doing those attacks, we might be able to hurt their artillery positions with the airstrikes. I like it. Well, let's take a look. Well, look, they're looking really weak over here as well, near Rzhev. So let's see if we can't break through. Maybe just with this army here, the 331, the 247, and the 47 Guards regiment. There we go. Yes. Beautiful route, and you can see the losses there, guys. 990 Germans killed or wounded, 25 guns taken. I'll take that. And what I'd like to do is exploit the position and get my tanks in there and kind of cut off the rest of these guys. But I feel like that's probably what the enemy's expecting. So I want to be very cautious about how I do this. Really wish I could attack southwards, but they don't have enough strength. Just go for the security division. I mean, for sure they don't like this. And actually up here, if you look at the 24, they are weakened. They're getting a little weaker. So we're going to send in the ski division here too. Any way I can strengthen this attack, I'm going to do that. And now I am going to rain hell on them. There we go. The city of Rzhev has been liberated. Well, not officially, but give me a second. It will be in about one turn. There we go. Now it's liberated. And I'm going to keep hitting that security division. The Germans bled the Red Army white. Yep. Absolutely. Well, both sides, you know, seem to kind of bleed each other in this Rzhev Meatgrinder. And like our friend was mentioning earlier, this is one of those particular parts of World War II, or the Eastern Front particularly, where it wasn't that like any one side had an advantage. This is very like open terrain, you know, so it was just head-on bloodshed, just absolutely vicious combat. I really wish we could attack there. Let's try to strengthen this. Got our artillery division. Oops, sorry, HQ. Here we go. Not gonna break through, but we can certainly weaken them. I would also be streaming Dwarf Fortress, but unfortunately I did not get a key. It's a real shame. On that same note, just throwing it out there that maybe I could drop my Steam profile here. You know, just throwing it out there, you know. I really did want to do some Dwarf Fortress. I was so pissed that I didn't get a key. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe miracles do happen. Let's see. Again, I'd like to attack here. Very risky. When instead we could just merge these guys together and go for a deliberate attack with everybody. So that's what we're going to do. And we're forcing a lot of those units behind the lines to actually come to the assistance of these guys. I like that. You know, we're trying to go to Vyazma right there. Getting to Vyazma is a big win. And so any chance we get here to sort of start to lock the enemy into some sort of combat, I'm going to take it, like this, for instance. Do this. Boom, boom. Yes! Another retreat. I absolutely do, Jelly. You are awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. It's going towards Dwarf Fortress. That's where it's going. I'm not going to lie to you. Thanks so much, buddy. I cannot wait to check that thing out. I've been kind of out of the loop with games recently, so like when I saw Dwarf Fortress released on Steam, I was like, what are you talking about? I couldn't believe it. Let's go for another deliberate attack here. I think they're going to have to break eventually, but we are losing major losses with those strikes. So over here, let's see. Yeah, we can push this. And there we go. Again, they're committing to defenses from other parts of the battlefield. Ah, good point. That might be the Romanian divisions. Let's see. So here we go. That's a very good suggestion to kind of keep hammering away at this part. Let's do that. Got a Red Guard shock army there as well. Very successful. Nice. See, this is why I keep you guys around. You give me fantastic advice. You guys are awesome. Look at that. The only thing I want to do, I'd like to get a unit over here to kind of protect them from any sort of counterattack. And again, particularly in Operation Uranus, it's not all about just like major battles all along the lines. It's looking for those weak points. That's what it's all about. And over here, we've got a weak point at the city of, thank you, just liberated it. The city of Beli. Believe I'm pronouncing that right. Beli. There we go. And we can actually continue that attack if any of our guys have the will to attack. Might need to wait a turn. They're pretty tired. So again, another one lost. This is looking really good too. Gonna go ahead and Veliki Luki. This is the city we just took. This is one of the most important captures for this particular front. So I'm not even gonna move this other army in right here. I'm just gonna take this 5th Guards shock army, which is already extremely strong, and I'm smashing into the enemy. Look at that. Look at that. I'm pausing right there. Look at that. 5,247 enemy killed or wounded. Absolutely brutal. Tommy Squid. It does not matter. As long as we attack and kill the fascist dog, it's okay if we lose like 90% of our guys. Don't worry. It's good. They are heroes to the motherland. I'm very pleased with that result. I love the shock army there. The good old Red Guards. I think you guys are absolutely right. That western area is where to start breaking through. Here we go, once again. You guys know how it be here on the Agrippa Maxenius channel. I'm not a tactical wizard. I'm like, all right, we're gonna tabulate the numbers to make sure we get the most effective attack, guys. Hold on, give me a moment. I am certain that this effective attack is gonna have a suppression bonus of 30%. You're not gonna get that at the Agrippa Maxenius channel. You guys know that already. Unfortunately, I might not think through a few things that I do, you know? Like the brightest bulb in the box. I just like to be entertained and all that. There we go. Let's get these guys. Bam. I like that rename stream smashing. You're right. I love that. If it was Twitch, we'd be good with that. We could absolutely get away with it. So again, we'll do a deliberate attack here. What I will do, I'll just do a basic attack here to get a little... Because everybody's talking about recon. So we'll take a look. And now we'll... And they are committing additional defenders to the Hex. I'd like to go for another one, honestly, but it's going to be painful. Hoorah! Rest in peace. So we only lost about 17,000 so far. It's okay. Let's see. Trying to find... Like, we could push through here, right? It's going to further confuse the enemy, but I feel like they could easily fight back that attack. That being said, it's gonna cause them, or it's going to force them to have to deal with the issue. So I think I'm going to do exactly that. We're going to start filling that pocket up. We could take these guys and bring them in to further defend this area. Let me just see if there's any opportunity for an attack. They're pretty strong over here, but they're not strong right there to the southeast at all. So I'm going to start making my way over there. I need to fall back with some of these units, just in an effort to reorganize the pocket. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's see. Still waiting for those reinforcements to be organized. Not a problem. I think we can call it a turn. This is looking nice over here, but I'm not confident that it's going to hold. So here's what I'll do. Try to get this army through so they'll be prepared next turn. Make sure that our HQs are all in range, which I believe they are. We could also, like, attack here just in an effort to weaken this a bit. I know we're not going to succeed in the attack. So maybe we just hold our positions. Let the Germans come to us. That makes me so proud. Thank you, Kami. Thank you. Admiral Nay. That's awesome, dude. There we go. Fantastic retreat there. And again, trying to really consolidate those victories is the important thing. You can see over here at Olenino that they are not very strong. This is like a definite chance to break through. Look at that. Oh, yes, we are closing that pocket. And again, I'm going to consolidate the gains there. I could probably even attack here. Further cause panic in the lines there. Yeah, they'll have trouble getting Velki Luki back, especially after that. And I could, like, bring this mechanized division over here and try to push through, but I'm just going to stay there, because I don't want them, like, encircling us. You know, suddenly it turns into our encirclement. And again, a little bit of, I got to do a little promotion. I'm not playing any ads for this stream, but I am going to promote my Twitch channel. For those of you that like acting, you like role play, improv, you know, I'm over there on Wild RP and Red Dead 2. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially a role play community. And it's not just, you know, like shooting each other left and right. It's really like kind of an acting thing. I have a lot of fun with it. So if you want to check me out there, make sure to do that. All right, back to the combat there. Again, I'd like to get that tank unit through and hit the security division. I wonder how they're going to react to this. I think they're just going to go for full-on counterattacks all along the line. Oh, this is interesting. You guys see this? I did not spot that before. Well, now we could close them, you know, we could try to continue closing them into Demyansk, which I think is important. But you guys were mentioning moving west, and I'm seeing what you're saying. I'm thinking we go ahead, move over here. Yeah, and start bashing these security divisions back. Make sure they don't get any reinforcements over here from the west. I like it. Look at that. Nice little encirclement starting to occur. We can't get into Damiansk this turn, but it's certainly on our list of captures soon. So as you can see, I'm just trying to close these guys off. The longer we can keep them closed off, the fewer supplies they're going to receive, etc. But I feel like the enemy could very easily bust through here. Yeah, no, I mean, I stopped playing that other server, Pixel Sin, just because Wild is so in-depth and realistic and just fantastic. It's like watching a film, guys. I'm not even kidding. The skill level of the people on that server, it's incredible. Again, I am tempted to do another attack, but I wouldn't do it against a strong point like that. I'm okay with losing some men, but let's do it against a strong point that's at least somewhat weakened. So like this, for instance. Yes! Man, they are retreating in terror. Look at that, guys. We are slowly but surely closing the salient. Unfortunately, we can't consolidate that attack. Oh, wait, maybe we can. Let's see. Yes, we can. Thank goodness the 348th Rifle Division will be holding that position. Not too bad. We could even follow through. No, we can't follow through with the mechanized car. Not yet, anyway. Well, I think just the fact that we took Belly is a huge one, and also the Velki Luki grab is huge. But I'd still like to do more to the enemy here. I saw it was a Luftwaffe division, so I figured it wouldn't be as strong. And indeed, it's not. We only lost like 300 guys there. Always make sure to also hit that like button, guys. That's a huge favor. Pushing. Make sure everything is going as planned. I think just to disrupt things, we're going to hit this area. Just to disrupt things. Because the last thing we need is for them to encircle our tank divisions here and entrap us. So I'd like to at least try and keep them weak. We'll be getting reinforcements in here pretty soon. Alright. What about over there? This looks pretty promising as well. Again, if we could also break through here, through the snow, get to Yelnya, then Dorogbish, Durovo, we cut off all of these guys. What I really want are those tank, that tank support. Oh, nice, Commie Squid. So Commie Squid is saying if we move west quickly enough, we can completely disrupt their supplies. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do up here. You can see these units to the west are a bit weaker. They're trying to come and relieve the units over here trapped in the Demyansk pocket. But the guys in the Demyansk pocket are already pretty damn strong. So I'm going to do whatever I can to weaken this pocket. And again, if they're not getting supplies, you know, that complicates things quite a bit. You can see movement is also very slow because of the snow. Doesn't make things easier. All right, let's end that turn. We will do AI depot management, of course. And, you know, most of the time when I play War in the East, too, I play as the Germans, but ever since they released this recent DLC, I am loving playing as the Soviets. You really get to do those human wave attacks. You get to really push, make major offensives. It's very fun. Against, you know, arguably, especially at this period of the war in 1942, a technologically superior foe. So I really love that. Alright, See, that's what I was talking about. They pushed that division back pretty easily. Pushed this one back too. Not without losses, mind you, but they are pushing those guys back pretty easily in the Demyansk pocket. They're still in the pocket, but they're able to control it as of right now. So right there, that's a good example of an attack that failed miserably for the Germans. 891 men lost. And this is in that sort of northern area where we have quite a strong force. So that's beautiful. Weakening them there in that area, making them lose manpower, is going to make it even easier for us to cut them off. Beautiful. Once again, held the defense. Now, again, that was the tank army I was worried about. So you guys can take a look there at what happened. We lost 110 tanks. 3,000 men. The enemy lost some tanks too, some men too, but that's what I was worried about by pushing through. I think I overextended a bit. I guess in this particular battle, you really need to like do the damage you're going to do and then kind of pull back and consolidate your defensive positions until the next turn. When you're playing as the Germans in like Barbarossa, for instance, you could just like attack past the enemy line, cut them off, you know, without any concern of getting encircled, but that's not the case here. We must be much more cautious, comrades. I'm going to go with this same air focus there, which is going to be focusing on the enemy units. And there is a blizzard happening right now, guys. It is officially a blizzard. So we're going to do the ground attack air directive. But as you can see, the snow has arrived. So that's either going to be wonderful for us or terrible. Movement is going to be slowed, but our ski troops should be able to move just fine. Right? Why not retreat? Exactly, yeah. I think they're hoping they can push out, but I don't see that happening. We have to make sure that we keep pushing in. So over here, for instance, need to further close that pocket. You can see the movement there. Look at that. We can barely move because of the snow. We can't even move that unit in. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Here we go. Let's hope it begins here. Again, though, they are getting weaker. These are ski troops right here. And as you can see, the ski troops are much more successful. They're destroying 13 German tanks. You know, these are not armored units we're using. And I could probably continue pushing there with the ski troops specifically. Unfortunately, they can't do a deliberate attack, but you can see how far they can move. Oh, baby. They're going to lose Olenino. Look at that, my friends. So actually, I really want to be careful with what I do with this mechanized corps, because I could try to go south and cut them off entirely here. But I think going for Olenino right now would cause a lot of problems for the frontline troops here, and we could pretty much shut this pocket down in a turn or two. We'd also force the HQ to retreat. So I'm going for it. There we go. We routed a bunch of Germans there. And look at that. I think we have the 102nd German Infantry Division and the 197th trapped. That's what I'm talking about, boys and girls. Question is, though, can we get a vehicle over there? Maybe not, and that gives them a chance to try and retreat here. to be very careful with the attacks I launch. Because, you know, spending one of these units on a specific attack could make another attack not work out so well. I want to avoid that. Let's make sure Veliki Luki remains defended. Let's push back those security divisions. No, we want to wait a bit for a deliberate attack there, but we'll keep pushing west. Very strong defenders there. 12th Infantry Division. Damn. Okay. Oh, that's how it's gonna be. All right, there. The colder it gets, the harder it gets for these guys to move around as well. Focus over here for a bit. In many cases right now, I think the best course of action is kind of just to wait, pretty much. There are certain, you know, areas here where I do see a potential for an attack, but in many cases, we're just kind of throwing our men's lives away until we get those reinforcements. So we just got those tank reinforcements. These can come in very, very handy if we put them in the right areas. So, for instance, try and get the tanks over here and break through the enemy there. I even see an HQ unit. Look at that. There we go. All right. Hey, things are looking up a little bit. Goal is going to be getting these tanks through, though, and hopefully they don't notice this this movement. Got to make sure that these guys are also getting their supplies. So let's keep the general there at Kondrova. Routed that security division, not too bad. Might be able to route another security division right there. Is he actually going to hold? Wow, surprising. We'll send in the ski division there, the ski brigade. Once again, I'm going to just I want to keep the pressure on that security unit. Eventually, he's going to have to fall back. If not this turn, then next turn. And again, with the ski unit, just try and get them behind the enemy, essentially. Disrupt that supply as much as possible. There's no way trucks are getting through to this unit, for instance. It's just not happening. Alright, let's hope this is the beginning of the end. It's a nice pocket. I'd like more units to send over there, though. Thank you, William. You too. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I really do. Let's do that AI depot management. Oh, the battle's not even close to being over. No way. I mean, again, this is still 1942. This is still pretty early war. Lots of good attacks by the Germans right now. And they are trying to relieve the pocket there. Yeah, unfortunately, that seems to be the kind of the approach that I'm taking as well, with my constant attacks. And again, we're going to keep that ground attack air directive. All right, let's get a look here. Again, I think we're still doing great on that eastern part. And on the west, look at that. They have completely left the city open to us. Yeah, they're leaving Olenino. But I think we have to attack southeast towards Vyazma to cut all of these guys off. So this should be interesting, that's for sure. At least we're getting a lot of reinforcements there. Oh, look at that there. Oh, yes, please. General Karl Hilpert has been killed! We killed General Karl Hilpert! That's fantastic. I don't know how that happened. I guess our mechanized brigade spotted his car driving down the road there. And an unfortunate accident occurred. Good work, men. Slava Soviet Union. Probably push through with any more of these mechanized troops that can make the journey. Or at least just make sure that we block the enemy off here a bit there. That is fantastic. However, this particular area, they are falling back. We need to make sure to chase them out of here. I don't want to give them a chance to breathe, even. See, those are the results we're starting to look for. Just absolutely obliterating them. Yes, yes, it lasted quite a while. An absolute bloodbath for both sides. Now, see, I'd love to go for direct attacks here, but what would be better is if we just cut these guys off, because then we can eventually capture them. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Hard to do, though, with all the snow and stuff. It's just, you know, moving through here takes forever. Hope you boys know what you're doing. Go for it. There we go. Yes. So it was a group of howitzers, too, so we messed up their artillery there a bit. We had our other tank units as well in an effort to break through here. Oh yeah. So we actually still were able to knock them back, but again, they have a very strong defensive position right here, near Smolensk. Which they didn't have before. So they saw that we were going to encircle them, and they responded appropriately. That was a major loss for us. Not good. Exactly. There's too many Tatars. Send some in there, lower the population. Awful but true. Yeah. Awful but true in terms of what he probably would have done. Let's see. Maybe getting it. Oh, there we go. We can cut them off. So hopefully those guys stay trapped. Yeah, let's try and do some damage over here too. There we go. Beautiful. Keep on taking that position, and we might even be able to get a third attack here against that unit. Oh, come on. There we go. So actually, now we have secured the depot at Gzhatsk. The question is, can we get a mechanized unit in there quickly? Yes, we can. Oh, boys. We can also probably get the ski unit in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit this unit with everything I've got. We'll attack with the infantry first to try and weaken it. Those bastards actually held on. That's impressive. I guess they know what the alternative is, so we're going to move that unit out of there. He's pretty weak. Send some reinforcing units. There we go. Looks like this guy's trapped too, if he can't get out. And there we go. That's what the ski troops are for. Get right into the enemy line and try and consolidate our gains. Again, though, I think these guys are pretty weak, so if they were to try to break out, they might succeed. There are so many Germans trapped here, though. Oh yeah, I'm sure to deliver goods and things of that nature. Oh, look at that. We've got a 30th Guards Regiment. Don't mind if I do. Look at this, guys. This security division is looking really weak. In fact, it looks like they have abandoned this area entirely. Yep, Commander Weiss is getting fewer and fewer troops. And look at that. We've just taken Zazozhnaya. This is going to allow us to completely encircle these security divisions here. I can't help but think that these are all penal divisions. Don't get your head in the gutter. What I mean to say, these are like prisoner divisions because they don't seem very strong. Could also be, you know, who knows? Political prisoners is what I'm guessing. See, I wouldn't risk an attack with them right now. Oh yeah, look at this. Veliki Luki is continuing to work in our favor. Yeah, I'm not going to take the position. I think that's a mistake. However, continuing to attack these other areas should work out pretty well. They're very strong in the south. Before, the south used to be like the weakest part of their entire army. Now, not so much. Oh, yeah, here we go. We can continue pushing on westward. We can take Dino. Oh, my gosh. Let's go for it. So they're kind of forcing themselves into a pocket right now. As long as we can cut off those two rail lines right there to the west, we are going to be... It's going to be smooth sailing. There we go. It's that one unit that's the problem, the 130th Rifle Division. They're just not strong enough to hold the salient. So I'm trying to give them all the help I can. We do have the Ski Division, for instance. You know what? I'm going to send the Ski Division up north. And eventually he should be able to be of assistance. You know what? Actually, forget that. I'm sending him westwards to eventually cut off that area over there at Dino. Semyansk is officially under our control now. I mean, from what I can see, there's a lot of situations here where the enemy is trapped, which is fantastic. But will it be sufficient to stop them from breaking out? We have so many units we could use here. We might as well weaken them to stop them from breaking out of this pocket. Of course, I do want to trap them and make sure they can't escape, but I do want to do some attacks just to weaken this pocket, period. So that they're not strong enough to even attempt to break out. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Feeling a little trapped there, my friends. Oh, yeah. Hoorah! They're gonna also have to waste a lot of ammo just to stop those attacks. Yeah, that's what I'm almost certain that's what they are. It's like Soviet penal battalions in the south. Could also move these tanks to another location. That's what I'm going to do. A little switcheroo so that they can help with the push over here to Vyazma. Place your bets. What do you think? You think that's going to be sufficient to hold them in place? I hope so. Beautiful! That, I'm just going to pause there because that right there is a major victory in an attempt to shut down these guys. We've opened up a potential another position we can close off. Absolutely beautiful. 792 of the enemy moved back there. Mostly motorized flak and howitzer battalions. So that might be why the fight wasn't as strong as I expected it to be. But we need to fill that gap. Quickly. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. The question is, can we hold it? I mean, the longer we can hold it, the more these guys suffer. It's just a little village, but good to take a village back from the the Germans. Alright, I think I'll accept that. Hopefully those reinforcements will be ready soon. As you can see in Moscow, they are getting the reinforcements prepared, making sure that they have weapons, training, etc. And soon they'll be on the front lines. At least we hope so. I'm going to continue to also strengthen this position, because guess what? I think we can get another attack here. Oh, maybe not. They'll probably have enough reinforcements there from surrounding units to withstand the attack, but it's not looking good for a lot of these trapped German units. What about here? Take a nice attack against the infantry. Veliki Luki is still looking very strong. I like that. I'm not liking, however, that they are strengthening their own forces here in the south. And there we go. Managed to take another town there. Spasdeminsk. Further trying to get, of course, to the Vyazma line, or Durovo. And just look at this. If we can get units over here, these guys are all going to have to surrender. Alright, I think that's enough for now. Just them trying to break out of that pocket, of course. Yep, they push us out of Vyazma. Or Demyansk, excuse me. That's my concern. They do still have the ability to fight back a bit. Here we held. Not bad. It's all about just bleeding them dry. Dude, that's a major retreat there by our tank corps. Good work, boys. Held. At least we're forcing them to work to relieve those positions. And each time, they get weaker. We have plenty of men to spare. They were probably going to wind up in the gulag anyway. Have a look at the... I think I'm going to do a little bit of a different air directive this time. Like, what if we tried the ground support air directive? Just see what happens. And Rzhev is still under our control. I thought we lost it, but we still have Rzhev, thankfully. But look at that. So they are seriously consolidating their troops around Sychevka there. A lot of very strong positions there. Over here, quite weak. So let's continue pushing. It's also a massive... Now, hold on. I'm just going to... Oh, I wanted to pause on that battle because we did lose to over 2,000 men. They lost over 500, though. And there's a really strong SS division right here. It's the 8th SS Cavalry Division, if anybody wants to give us the exact name there. But they are very strong in this northern area. You can see they've got some good positioning. But we're going to try to find a weak point. Even if it means rotating troops out. I will not let you boys surrender. You must keep attacking. Ooh. No, we're not going to do that. This is where we could really try and cause problems. Deal with the security divisions there. Look at that. How did they get so damn strong so quickly? So again, we might not even attack this turn. We might just go ahead and let these guys replenish a bit. The only areas I'm going to attack in are ones where I know we outnumber them significantly. Right there, that's not good enough. It's close, but not good enough. Here we go. Some of Fegeline's dogs. Oh, really? Is that who Fegeline was commanding? That's crazy. The Florian Gea division. Interesting. Fegeline! Help me! Alright, let's see. I love how we can actually, like, look this stuff up and find out exactly where these guys were, where these exact divisions were fighting. It's awesome. Nearly, almost 3,000 lost in that attack, but they are weakened, that's for sure. Back to Velki Luki. Things are always looking good over here. Bring in some support. Surprised they held. And moving west to try and get rid of that rail line eventually. You know what? I should be using this pull option more often. Hold on a sec. Where's the pull? Please don't make me look for it. Maybe it's engage with your audience. Here we go. Because I've had some people ask me to play Victoria 3. The reason I haven't is, like, it's just been getting a really bad rap, which is pretty standard a lot of times for, like, Paradox games when they first come out. I enjoy playing it, but I totally see why people are a little, like, hesitant to get into it. But if you guys want to see me play it at some point, it's one of those games that I wouldn't mind streaming at all. You know, I like to stream it. I'm still trying to trap them. They might be able to break out, but eventually they're going to be too weak to do anything. That HQ a bit closer. We can move this infantry unit in as well. Our attack values right now are just not very strong, and I think there's a reason for that. Which means I think really our best bet is to just try and continue disrupting any supply there. It is. I appreciate it, tactics. You know, yeah, I've just had so many more things going on in my life right now, and ow, god damn it. It's just kind of a period in my life where I'm trying to improve things. I'm moving back to the States to, you know, try and get some steady work and maybe even finish my degree. So I just don't have as much time for the channel. But I would like to occasionally be able to come here and, like I'm doing today, stream for you guys. So Victoria might be one of those games, for sure. Here's what we'll do. There we go. And I want to try to get some of the infantry units here, the rifle divisions. There we go. They could probably even follow through with the attack against that unit. But I'd rather actually consolidate the attack against this unit here. Bastards held on. Again, we're just going to remain dug in. Want to make sure that that HQ is going to be in range at all times. And again, another opportunity to potentially break through here a bit. And General Maximilian has been killed. General Major Ehenfried something or other has been killed. Guys, we have killed 2 German generals in just this turn. Just by moving around and taking these locations. I love it. And I hope and I believe that that's causing a major amount of confusion for their men. Some Unteroffiziers are having to take over, and Velki Luki remains in our control. I love it. I would like to hit that HQ, though. Girov's HQ, it seems. Interesting. Oh, that's a good suggestion to check the weather before the operations. I typically don't. Again, I'm very much a noob. Let's see. Oh, I'm able to push them back here. Second here. Just a moment, folks. What have you guys been playing, by the way? Like I said, I really wish I had gotten the key for that Dwarf Fortress one. That looks so fun. The current one on Steam. That and whatever that upcoming World War I game is, looks absolutely beautiful. It kind of has the same aesthetic as the Ultimate General series, but I know it's not the same developer. I cannot wait to play it. But besides that, what have you guys been playing? And I want to reiterate, is if any of you are interested, you can always join me over on Wild RP. You got to get whitelisted first in Red Dead for some good old-fashioned roleplay action. All right, let's continue this. Hold on there. I think I'm going to hold the line. I'm not even going to push there. Although if I could get this unit over here to hold that position, I would. I feel like that's just a very weak point. And they seem to be able to overwhelm it just about every time. Oh, thank you so much, man. Merry Christmas to you. That's fine. No worries. I mean, if you guys are in the Discord, I only just said Merry Christmas to everybody today. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go get my coffee in a second. I'm just too focused on, like, what to do next, because there's a chance we could really trap them quite well here. At the same time, I want to be careful. There we go. Because they are able to fight themselves out of these encirclements fairly quickly. Eventually we could cycle these units out. Oh yeah, World in Conflict. Been playing a lot of Flashpoint Southern Storm. Nice. Oh, Paul, I have some of it on the channel. I'm absolutely gonna put more. But, you know, it's one of those things, man, and that's something I've actually noticed in the gaming industry recently. Like, people are so critical. Like, I was playing that and getting a pretty good reception from most. But some folks were like, oh, it's just a copy of the previous, you know, Flashpoint Campaigns game. It's not worth getting. And it's like, it just makes me lose any real interest in playing it again, you know? But I think that's just part of being a gamer, is there's going to be haters every time for any game you play. But I agree. I love that game. That's so much fun. And we actually got pretty good views for it here on the channel. All right, let's go ahead and do some AI depot management. Make sure I can't get one more attack there. Yeah, baby! Thank goodness I checked. So we can keep pushing west, of course. But I want to make sure that this guy's getting supplies. A lot of the guys to the north here are not being properly supplied. Let's maybe go... nope, nope. We're going to have to fix that next turn. Not good. Shouldn't affect us too bad. Just one turn being out of supply. Again, not pushing there either. Another ski division here. Again, moving west to try and cut off the enemy lines. Coffee there. Ooh, some serious losses, my goodness. Right, this is them trying to kind of open up the pocket a bit. Major pushes back, and there they did push us back at Rzhev. So they do have some fighting strength for sure still left. Thankfully, Veliki Luki is still in our control. But I still think we have the upper hand, if I'm not mistaken. Should definitely go for the ground attack air directive again. That has been the one that's worked best so far. Yeah, I've got War in the West too. I love playing it, and I will absolutely be playing more in the future. I have all the DLCs for it too, including the Northern Africa DLC. Just as long as you guys stop by these streams whenever I do stream the War in the East or War in the West games, I will keep on doing them. Do that ground attack air directive there. Smash the fascist dogs from the sky. We will take a look at the casualty count soon too, but I'm a little nervous about that. Ah! All right. Well, we can simply retake Rzhev, but it doesn't solve that problem. However, they look pretty weak here, and let's go for it. Spasiba. I'm liking that. And we can get some mechanized core through. That's what I'm talking about. They actually managed to hold the little bastards, but we'll keep going. I also want to give, during this holiday season, a very special thank you to our members. I don't thank you guys enough, but those of you that hit that join button and actually contribute to the channel monthly, it's a huge assistance right now. Oh, baby. See, Shevka Depot is captured. And the 20th Guards Rifle Division, again, showing themselves to be absolute badasses. But I want to keep on striking here and see if we can really mess up the lines. That's a good start. Although, again, we promised we wouldn't just dive on through like we did before. Really try to work on these guys. Because I'm thinking we don't have to do an immediate encirclement. You know, we could really just focus on damaging them. See what I mean? Forcing them back and tightening that encirclement. So not just immediately grabbing it when we have the opportunity, but just tightening it little by little. Like sort of a corkscrew effect. There we go. It's looking good. Could even push through here. Although it's a little gutsy. Yep, they're out of there. That's what I thought. So, from what I understood, I think we actually asked this question in a previous War in the East stream. Those security divisions, they're not SS divisions. They're the equivalent of, like, military police, basically. So, not a huge deal destroying them or anything. Oh, they are getting stronger over here. Interesting. Trying to retake Veliki Luki, it looks like. And as you can see, they've also put up some security divisions to stop our stop our ski troops from making it through. You bastards. I think we could take Demyansk this turn. Or at least really make them consider a surrender soon. But these guys are just not strong enough in this area right here. We just need to wait a little longer, maybe for some reinforcements before we can completely shut them off. Still doing my best, though, to close the pocket. Oh. There's our reinforcements. I told you that they were going to arrive eventually. Now we really need some infantry to break through here so that we can get through with the tanks. We need some men to take the ultimate sacrifice. Here we go. And they're actually committing other units to that defense. No, we won't break through this turn. But at least the reinforcements are arriving. We'll have to recycle those units out next turn. I'm just going to get these guys ready. And actually, some of this armor we're going to send to the north. 15th Tank Corps. It's going to be difficult to keep the general in range of these guys, so we'll put him over here at Medyin. Hopefully that'll be close enough. Probably won't be able to get supplies to this fellow here, but it's a small price to pay. With that, we're even going to be able to push back that mechanized unit. Yes, the Red Army is here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Guys, we are getting close to Vyazma. This is awesome. Well, if you're gonna buy it here. I don't actually know if it's there. I don't actually know if it's on the Nexus store. I actually don't think it is. but look for it. Look for it there, and I'll be a happy camper. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, it's the only DLC for War in the East too. I could be wrong on that. We need to go for this attack just to weaken this guy. Otherwise, they're going to keep doing those counterattacks. It's really the area I'm most concerned about is up there. Hoorah! I want to see the HQ unit over here. It is... We're not going to get a name. We're going to have to get closer to get a name. Also still got some reinforcements coming in from Moscow eventually. Let's hope the line holds. Whoa, thank you. Thank you so much, Ala Bagiran. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you, buddy. Our newest legionary. That is awesome. Just got another member. Thank you, man. That helps hugely. Pardon me. Let's see. You've got me choked up, my friend. I really appreciate that, man. We could probably still go for an attack here. Yep. Mountain Division retreated. We've got these ski units as well. Really want to be careful with them, though. I'm going to keep the ski units back for now. Be so nice if we could have gotten another attack right there on that group. It doesn't look like it, though. Just going to make sure we're in range with all the HQs. Of course, we can't always be in range, but we can do our best. Alright, we've also got another infantry unit here that could go somewhere useful there. I'm not sure. I think only 8, if I'm not mistaken, so it could be ending pretty soon. I'll take my loss with honor, though, if it comes to that. Here we go. I'm sure the ski troops are there, too, to assist in a defense, but against a massive force like that, I'm not sure we can. All right, let's do that AI depot management. And like I was telling everybody else, please consider joining my Twitch channel. It's the same name as here. It's twitch.tv/AgrippaMaxentius. There is a bit of a different flavor over there. You know, I mostly do roleplay stuff, but I absolutely would do strategy stuff if more of you guys showed up. I know that a lot of times when I do strategy stuff, people do show up, but you know, stop by the roleplay stuff every now and again. I promise you guys, it might not be your thing, but give it a chance. It's a lot of fun, and plus, you get to see me make a fool of myself. Oh wait, you get to see me do that anyway. But anyway, just stop by for God's sakes. Hit that follow. Here we go. Some major attacks again, trying to open up the pocket. Alright, held there. No, no, no. Did not hold. Oh, it looked like we were going to hold. However, again, they're just pushing us out of these areas near the pocket. They may seem like major defeats, but really, they're just stopping the inevitable. There we go. We held 696 of them down there. We're going to hold here, too. No, maybe not. Even the Guards Rifle Division ran, but we lost 1,000 on each side there. So it was a brutal, brutal attack. A Pyrrhic victory, if you will. That readjustment of troops. And yeah, their troops south of Demyansk are still completely closed off. All right. And I'm going to continue going for that ground attack air directive. I really think that for this particular battle, that's what we should be going for. Harassing the enemy infantry on the ground, hitting their tanks wherever we can, just making them realize that there is no escape for them at all. Still didn't get those reinforcements, though. That's too bad. There we go. Really trying to make sure the infantry units commit to this attack. Or at least just get them into position there. Ooh, how did they hold? Holy. Oh my goodness, alright. They're getting brave, or maybe just realizing that if they get cut off here, it's all over. We got to do something to get in there, even if it means diverting some troops away from other fronts. Look at that. Velky Luki again. Oh, they're kind of diverting the troops away from this area. So we're going to try to get rid of them completely. We also opened up the village of Novoselinsky. But I want to keep that offensive going. I want to force all of those troops back. There we go. Get some routes going. Get those ski troops. Look at that. Those ski troops can get right past them. I'd love to get to the right next to the HQ, but that's not an option, so we'll just get them over here. We could attack this unit too, and probably be a successful attack, but that means leaving that position, and not quite ready to do that just yet. Oh, I bet. I'm not such a huge fan of those sports management games, but I wish, like, that EA Sports would just disappear as a company so that, like, good football games, both American and European football games, would come out again. Because I love a good, for you Americans, I love a good soccer game, I really do. I love a good football game, I love a good baseball game, but there's just all the sports stuff out right now. It's, like, absolute trash. Like, just absolute trash. It's such a shame. Wish I could put also a Steam wish list. Is it possible to put a Steam wish list up for viewers? If somebody knows how to do it, tell me how to do it. I'm going to go ahead and hit this SS division here. Yes! Forced the first SS Motorized Brigade, if anybody can name that. I will, however, give you guys my profile here, my Steam profile. Look at my beautiful picture there in my Steam profile, guys. Such a handsome boy. I love it. Eligible Bachelor is my Steam name. Yeah, if anybody's got an additional copy of the new Dwarf Fortress, it would be much appreciated if you throw it my way. Blood Bowl 3. I will play Blood Bowl 3. I love Blood Bowl 2. It's actually something I've always wanted to put on the channel. I just wasn't sure you guys would want to see it, because it's kind of, it is a sports game. I mean, it's a strategy game, but it's also kind of a sports game. In some ways, every sports game is a bit of a strategy game, I think we hold off for now, maybe. They're still closed off. We're going to keep those attacks going, keep the pressure on them. There we go, guys. Look at... Now, that's worth pausing for. We just captured the 32nd Infantry Division. 11,000 Germans under our control, as well as General Zeitzler. And that's considering we've already killed 2 of the generals. So now we can move our focus over here to really closing them off. But as you can see with the snow, it's going to be slow moving. Or should I say, snow moving. Just for that pun alone, I really should be sent to a gulag. Here we go. Yeah, there's still just a few strong boys there, so we're just gonna cut them off. And hopefully this time, since we have more units to spare, they will not be able to come and save their men. Although I commend the bravery of these men here. I mean, they've held out for a long time. Can't continue like that forever, boys. Amazed that they held. I am amazed that they held there. All right, we're gonna move that guy out. We're gonna take the Guards Regiment here, the Guards Rifle Division. So next turn he will be ready for a proper attack. Do the same with this guy. I'm just gonna move him back. I'm just cycling the troops to make sure that they are ready for combat. risky troops in there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to risk an attack. We're just going to hold our position there. Just making sure we don't... Oh, you see what I mean? I was going to say making sure we don't have any reinforcements we're forgetting about. And that is a good one there. Maybe move them over here. And eventually we might be able to get them behind these German units in this area. Or even just bring them to the attack in this area. I don't like the football games too, but the level of detail in Football Manager is awesome. So do you actually get to, like, watch the simulation? Or is it just, like, you just see the scores? I mean, I think it's cool either way. I did buy one of them. In fact, I'll even show you guys on my Steam list. Hold on. I bought one of them, and I did enjoy it. This one, Football Manager 2017. So it's been a while. It's a long time, but I'd much rather play Dwarf Fortress. Command Ops 2 is great. Yes, it is. One I've wanted to play here again is a Carrier Command. Carrier Command is a lot of fun. Let's see. You know what? That's what I thought. Full attack there. 365 loss on the enemy side. Starting to bleed them dry. Make sure our HQ situation's okay. Looking good, looking good. Far. Maybe we can put him right there. Nice. All right. Let's let the AM manage depots. And let's hope that they can't break out. It's like you were saying, Alla, is like, unfortunately, there's just a very limited market for these kinds of games. It really is a shame. I mean, like, even like the strat, like, what could I call them? The AAA strategy games have such a limited audience, and I really think it's like because people don't give them a chance, you know. I really think that's what it comes down to. It's a definite attempted breakout here. Well, that's the problem is, I don't know if it's due to a lack of funds or a lack of originality, but a lot of these companies that release these games, they don't update the graphics at all. They don't update the user interface at all. And as a result, the people, even the people that like these games, they just start to lose a little bit of confidence in the developer, It really sucks. I've seen it happen so many times in this particular genre. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because people just lack, like you said, lack the patience, lack the interest in history. I've noticed that. It's one of the reasons also, Ala, that I started doing the roleplay stuff on Twitch. Well, number one, I like to do it. It's fun for me. But number two, like, at least for that, there is an audience. For this, I mean, I love you guys, and God bless you for showing up to these streams, but I'm talking in general, the audience for this genre is very, very small. And, you know, more and more people have become wargaming channels, which makes it harder for the rest of us wargaming channels. It's, yeah, it is what it is. Such is life. Hey, Red LG unit, how you doing, bud? Alright, we're gonna push up here. Look at this. There's definitely a room for an opening here. You guys can see that. So, what I'm gonna do... Can he not attack? What the... There we go. That's why I love the Guards Rifle Divisions. They just absolutely busted right on through. Try to get these tanks all the way to Vyazma, but he's not going anywhere this turn, however. There we go. I think the route is beginning. The overall route. You guys see this starting to happen, huh? They are starting to fall back quickly, but we need to get some mechanized units in there. And all we have right now are infantry, from what I can see. Oh, that's a cavalry unit, so they... Oh, wait a minute. We also have a tank corps here. Ooh. Yeah, that's about as far as he's going to make it. So we'll do that, and then we'll simply try and exploit that position next turn towards Vyazma. But obviously, if I were the German commander, I would be a little bit concerned. Just a little bit. So let's recycle some of these units out. Like, this guy has fought bravely, but we got to get him the hell out. This guy also fought bravely. We got to get him the hell out. We're going to move forward with the 331st Rifle Division. There we go. And now, that's looking better. Oh, yeah. Might want to do the same with these guys, just kind of recycle them a bit, or go ahead and just commit to the attack. I'm heartless. I should have recycled them, but I'm heartless. Alright, here we go. Boom. And boom. Cause some more confusion behind your lines. Oh, they are holding. Well, we're going to do something about that. This is why we've got the Guards Rifle. Damn, they held. I am shocked by that. That's impressive. Let's see if we can get through with the tank. We certainly can. See, I need a concentrated attack on that position. But they are holding. I think they know that if they lose that position, they lose this entire front. So they are going to hold on to it for dear life. Alright, that's alright, that's alright. Put pressure all along their line there. Here we go. Oh, so would I. Oh, yeah, I know John Tiller has it, but the one thing, and by the way, rest in peace, John Tiller. The one thing I think the John Tiller company does really poorly is marketing their games. Because, like, I didn't even know that existed, Al. I didn't even know that. I might check it out. I bet it looks pretty old. For sure. But this is where we really have to make them pay. And really just make sure that we trap them here big time. So I'm going to go right for that 111 there. Look at this. Just boom, boom, boom. This has got to work. It's got to work. They held on. They held on by the skin of their teeth. We'll keep pushing over here. Here we go. We keep trapping them, but yeah, they absolutely held on. They can get out of this pocket eventually. Maybe we do another attack. Move the red guards in there. Some additional units in there as well. We might even grab the ski troops and put them in there. No, I think all we can do there is hold. And maybe that. Yeah, that's about it, I would say. Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, that's for sure. Well, at least we got some nice routes over here. Question is, can we follow that through for a good old-fashioned total route? So we've got our ski troops here. We got tanks here. We want to get behind it. Look at that. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Try and just cut them off. So this is hopefully a pocket that we can open up and really just stream in and cut off all of the rest of the enemy. You can move away with these weaker units and move in the guard units. So even here, I'll take that attack just to weaken that force. But I can't believe we didn't get that win. That victory, I thought for sure we were going to get the victory against this unit here. We took back Demyansk. I'm happy about that. We took back Belgi Luki. Is it Helgi Luki? So I'll take that. Yeah, they're very overpriced, and they don't have them on Steam. They don't have them on Epic. They don't have them in any game store that 99% of gamers use, with the exception of us grognards, you know. So I think it's just, I wish they would hire me for public relations. I would make their company money. I'm not even kidding. I actually would make their company a profit. We held there. They're trying to break out of the pocket. We managed to hold. They did push us back here, but with a serious loss. 371 men. Pushed our tank unit back. Same story here. Let's see what happens. They definitely got some good attacks here on the weaker southern front near Velkiluki, but I think we could still take it. But I believe it ends on turn 8. Maybe it goes to turn 9? Ooh, it might go to turn 12 then. Well, So on Sin County, which I would recommend you start with, it's like 260, which is really high. But on the server that I'm currently playing on, that is the exclusive, yes, exclusive server. You need to try out for it. You need to do an audition. It's called Wild RP, and it's a max of 160, but it doesn't matter, man. If there's 60 people on the server, the experience you're gonna have is like reminiscent of like a movie. It's an incredible experience. Oh, look at that. This is looking like Soviet major victory so far. So, okay. At least we're doing all right. I mean, we could be doing much better, of course. We're going to do the ground attack air directive, of course. Yeah, you need to get Red for Dead. So you need to get Red Dead Redemption 2, and then you need to download a program called Redem. And Redem allows you to play on servers where people can mod the game, and what they do is they create like an actual role-play server, so you can have like a proper cowboy experience where people adhere to certain rules, you know? So like, it's not like somebody's just gonna like run up to you and shoot you in the head, you know? Like, you could be a certain character. You could be basically whoever you want. You could get a job in the game. It's really, really, it's so hard to explain it here. That's why I recommend you all join me on my Twitch channel. You simply follow me on twitch.tv/AgrippaMaxenius. I'm probably gonna play it after this, to be honest with you. So make sure to stop by, man. It's I've been having so much fun with it. Look at all that, though. They have so many troops in the Demyansk area. And they have completely, look at that, east of Vyazma. They have really made a nice defense. We might know what we're up to, huh? So what if we do... Hoorah! Yes! Do the same against the security division here. But I want to try to maximize the push, so I'm not going to attack with that unit. Nice. And there is a blizzard going on right now, guys. The current weather is blizzard, so it's a perfect time to send in these ski troops and hopefully extend the pocket. So here's what we're going to do. We've actually got units on both sides here. First, let's break through here. Now we're getting some major breaks. But we're not getting major encirclements. We just got that one so far. Let's see. Just gotta do it slow and steady wins the race. They're sending in a ton of reserve infantry divisions there to try and stop our progress. I'd like to go for an attack right there on that one again, but I think we should hold on. Yep, freeing space would help. It could be a graphics card issue. It is a demanding game. I'm not gonna lie to you. There are guides on how to like lower graphics settings and stuff so you can play. I mean, I hate that PC gaming is so stupidly expensive. I really do. I think we're going to have to wait a bit. Winter is here, and of course it's going to take some time for supplies to arrive. But I think we've gone way over an hour. What I want to do is save this as... What's the name of this DLC again? Steel Inferno. And if you guys want to see a part 2, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. I hope you all had a tremendous holiday. Oh my god, we've been streaming for 2 hours. Holy crap. I hope you all had a tremendous holiday. A very special thanks to the generosity of everybody here. The members that, Jelly, that donated, Allah, that became a member, which is absolutely awesome. I want to thank you all for doing that. It helps me hugely. Again, if you want to join me with my madness over on Twitch, that's probably where I'm going to be headed to next. And you could have some fun. You know, watch some roleplay, watch some interesting situations, etc. But thank you so much, guys. I hope you all have a great one, and see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button. Really, really appreciate that.